And this morning we'll talk about complications of having had a stroke. And Steve has first-hand experience on this, so stay tuned. Okay, Steve, you mentioned that you have a double pneumonia as a complication of your stroke while still in hospital. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, about 3 days after my stroke, you know, I got massive pains in my chest area, Sandro, and I mean, I couldn't breathe, or like that, and they took my urine. They thought it was like a urine fault. But I went down for like an X-ray, and they come back 2 days later and said I had double pneumonia. And I've never been in so much pain, Sandro, in all my life. I couldn't breathe. I was like that in bed. I was laying in bed, and don't forget, I've had a stroke. I couldn't move on my left-hand side, so the pain was double the worst. And I say for about 3 weeks, I was in agony. But then, lucky enough, the tablets what they took me, they kicked in, Sandro. So the pain eased off a little tiny bit, and because of that. I was all right then, but
you recovered from it.
Yeah, well, it took me about 6 months to recover. So that sent me back doing the physio. I was out of breath because of the double pneumonia. I couldn't even say it, Sandro. But honestly, if somebody else had a stroke, did they have that as well? You know, just you let me know, because I was in. All the pain with the stroke, the double pneumonia was the worst pain I had. Honestly, that was.
I think it's a complication of immobility, you know, because when you have a stroke, especially the acute stage, you're not very mobile. You're just stuck in bed, you know, and you could hardly move, and it can easily complicate to pneumonia, you know. Because I say, what happened to you, Steve?
Because I say with it, I had a fever as well for about 3 or 4 days. God, it was just like I had the flu, Sandro. You know when you had a bad dose of the flu. You know what I mean? I was in a bad state there.
And honestly, Steve, I did have patients who had pneumonia many years after a stroke. You know, and the reason to that because they are not very mobile. And also they have a standing lung condition like COPD, you know, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, you know.
It's best to keep exercise, isn't it?
Yeah, and some people don't have a choice, you know, because if you have other conditions apart from the stroke that you had, that would impact on your overall health, and it's easy to get pneumonia, you know.
Yeah, because I say, when after coming out of hospital, you read up about it. So that's a common complication.
But in your case, Steve, because you're quite mobile and you're up and about all the time, so the likelihood of getting a pneumonia at this stage in your life after stroke, you know, is very unlikely.
Honestly, Sandro, the pain I was in was
I can imagine that experience, Steve. I can imagine that. Yeah.
So if everyone else has had that, please let us know.
Yeah. Please do share your experience to us, you know, and because we like to hear from you, and
subscribe down here.
Yeah, subscribe. We can share it to other people as well, you know. We won't give your names, you know.
No, I'll definitely.
You can talk about what you want to talk about.
Yeah.
If you don't want, you know. So hope to see you again next time.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.